What's going on there, YouTube land? It's your boy Trail checking in with another video. Happy New Year. It's the first video of the year. I wanted my first video of the year to either be my new pickup or my first pickup or my top 5 review of 2025. So with that being said, we're going to do the top 5 of 25. In just my opinion, you know what I'm saying? You're entitled to your own opinion. I know it might be somebody in the comments might be like, I didn't like this shoe. I done seen top 10s. Top 10s, I feel like the window's too big. And I feel like my top 5 are shoes that I would definitely wear. But then also I thought about, I don't want to put a shoe that's in my top 5 that's still DS in my closet. So am I limiting my top 5 to just being shoes that I've worn already, that I've copped? Or am I just doing top 5 shoes that I genuinely love that I picked up? So we just gonna keep it as the top 5 that I picked up that I absolutely love. And some I may thought I never was gonna get. And it's a shocker on the list that's not on the list. We'll say a shocker, and it's not because I don't own the shoe. It's just because let's get into it. Let's get into it. We gonna make, and they're not in order. It's just my top 5. So first shoe we gonna go with out of the top 5. And like I said, it don't matter how they're numbered right now. It's no order. Here we go. Undefeated 4. Now, with this being 2025 top 5, you had to have a Jordan 4 on your list. It could have been my white cement. It could have been my militaries. It could have been these. Or it could have been that brick by brick that everybody is in love with. Me personally, the brick by brick, I love the color red. Love the shoe. It's nice. Did I want it at first? Yes. But I think I was caught up in the hype of it being a Nigel shoe, a collab shoe. And it took me out of being a sneakerhead wanting that shoe. I don't feel like a genuine sneakerhead wants that shoe that much because it was too, it didn't give the spunk that this guy. And I feel like this shoe, it had more to it. And I felt like it was seasoned. I felt like the brick by brick was a piece of chicken that wasn't seasoned. And this is a seasoned shoe. Not saying that because this shoe already had hype behind it and then it released and we didn't think we were never going to touch this shoe. A lot of people thought they were never going to touch this shoe. And for them to be able to touch this shoe, it brought back that nostalgic feeling, that childhood, that it did everything. So this shoe was like, and then even the younger generation that didn't understand the meaning of what it was behind this shoe or how people felt when they didn't get this shoe or they couldn't get this shoe, and people going to different sneaker events and seeing this shoe wrapped up in plastic and just touching it through the plastic and looking at it and saying, man, one day I'm gonna get that shoe. Them colors is fire. Them orange laces is fire. Man, that Velcro tag, like people going crazy. Like I've heard so many stories about this shoe over the years. I remember pulling up 23's back, looking at this shoe. I remember like being on Nike Talk back in the day, like seeing this shoe. Like I remember that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was there, like I was there, and it's just crazy. And like me being older now and seeing shoes that originally released and then seeing them retro now for the first time, it's kind of like, whoa, like seeing the Wolf Grade 5s retro for the first time now. Like out of all the shoes they could have retro, they picked the Wolf Grade 5. It's a decent shoe. I like it, but we'll get into that another day. But we're talking about this shoe, like I said. This is seasoned barbecue chicken. That brick by brick was not seasoned to me. There was too many, they said there were flaws with this, but there was too many flaws on that, in my opinion, from the pair that I seen and the complaints I seen people say about the shoe, with the shoe bleeding and just, it is what it is. Like I said, I wanted the shoe, and if I'd have got the shoe, it still wouldn't have been in my top 5. I would have used it as trade bait. That's just how I feel about the shoe, because I don't feel like I would have worn that shoe. It would have sat in the closet, and it would have ended up being trade bait. Like, that's just plain and simple. But this will be getting worn in 2026. So I just didn't wear it because by the time it released, and not to mention, I have the Craft 4s, the medium olive joints, and they look identical to this, and to a certain extent, but they still not an undefeated. And this is just undefeated. because it has it on the tag. And you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So that's number 5 on the list. Like I said, there's no order. Now this shoe is bringing back that old feeling, and this young generation saying you can't wear basketball shoes with jeans. In my opinion, I'm old enough I can. And who gonna check me? If you can check me, check me. That's all I'm saying. This is what it is. And this is just one colorway of the Ja 3s. That there's multiple colorways that drop that's bangers that people love. And like this is just one of the sought after ones that everybody love, considering the resemblance of the Grinch, the Kobe Grinch. Like everybody loved that shoe. It came out around, this shoe came released around Halloween. His Christmas shoe, which I wish they would have, but I'm glad they didn't put this colorway on his Christmas shoe, because then it would have been too, people would have been like, oh, they trying to create a Kobe again, and da-da-da-da. I know you just heard that. That's the Alabama and IU game. Let's check the score mid video. It is Alabama 0, IU 24. Let's go, IU. Come on. But anyway, we got this Ja 3. Like I said, there's numerous colors. And it's really not a holiday shoe when I say like the Kobe Grinch, but this is a Halloween shoe. And for him to have his Halloween shoe, what is this? This is third line of his shoes. And his third shoe to be a pop like this is crazy. And the Nike ID has been going crazy on there. Like, who else is releasing shoes where their Nike IDs are selling just as much as their primary line of their shoe? Not too many. Number 4 on the list, Ja 3s. Now this one, we gonna go back, you know what I'm saying, OG lovers, low tops, you know what I'm saying. I love the Jordan 1 lows. And there was a lot of talk on the internet about the hole placing. People not saying that it didn't have enough spots, the holes in the shoe. It had 7, it had 8, and whatever the case. I don't care. Then it was talk, oh, we're going back to the big swoosh. We doing this, we doing that. Love this shoe. This shoe right now is sitting under retail online in multiple places. There's tons of sizes sitting out there. So will I be doubling up? I'm hoping to cop me another pair so I can wear the rubber off of this shoe, which that's what I plan on doing. This is a Chicago colorway, and people love Jordan 1s, but then they don't love them enough that they faded off in the sunset just recently because they overpopulated them. And I don't really feel like they're overpopulated. I feel like people really don't know how to wear a Jordan 1. Everybody was wearing Jordan 1s with skinny jeans. And now that the bigger jeans are coming back in style, people don't know how to do it. But I was always a fan of Jordan 1s, and I always looked at them as you can't wear them with everything. You can and you can't. Yeah, you can wear them with shorts, but at the same time, they don't look the same. So me personally, I will use my Jordan 1 highs. I wore them in the summertime, but it was like mainly just for like a statement piece. But if I wore them, it was mainly in the spring, we'll say spring, fall, winter, or fall, winter, spring. But once it starts getting hot, it was straight Jordan 1 lows for me. And that's just what it's been, and that's what it's always going to be to me. In my opinion, that's just how I ride, man. And this is number 3 on the list. Yeah, number 3 on the list. The Jordan 1 low, Chicago, dope pickup. A collab. What's this? The J-Tip, Concrete and the Rose. Like the whole, I got 2 of the colorways. I wanted 3 of them, but I believe there were 4 of them, or maybe 5. I can't remember right now. It's been a minute. But this was one of the shoes that released in 25 that was a hit for me. Saucony, whatever you call it, wherever you from. I love the way he did this shoe. And it's different, man. And it's just what it is, man. It's a concrete through the rose. This colorway was like my favorite colorway. This purple with this green, this blue, and this pony hair on the toe right here. You see this pony hair? Let's get that close up, that pony hair. If you didn't see this review on any of these shoes, they're on the channel. Please check them out. This video is going a little long, so we're going to speed this up. This is number 2 on the list. Like I said, these shoes are not in order. These are just some of my pickups that are my top 5 of 25. And last but not least, this might have been my last pickup of the year, which was, believe this was my last pickup of the year, which was the New Balance. Woo-wee! That 991 V2. Listen, Listen. This was an Australia exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at it. It got that made, let me get the tongue right. Made in England on there, upside down, 3M pop on there, carbon fiber. Let's see if you can get that carbon fiber on there. You see it? Like this shoe is crazy. Like the detailing on this shoe. And a lot of people in the DC, the DMV area over there, and what is it? They call it. That's not tri-state. Let me not quote something I really don't know. Well, I'm gonna say something, but I'm gonna say in the DMV area, over in that area, they love New Balance. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them guys over there, all them guys over there. You know what I'm saying? All them guys, man. Like, but I've been a New Balance head, and I'm not even from that coast, but I'm just from that era where we wore New Balance, man. I wore 557s, all that different type of stuff when they were 2 for $89, different things like that of that nature. Now, this shoe was an Australia exclusive. Now, it did not come out over here at all. So there's no boutiques that got these, no mom and pops, no tier zeros, none of that. Wasn't no backdooring. Now, this shoe released when the Black Cat 4s released. And it was either the Black Cat 4s or these. And I decided to go with these. So this was my Black Cat 4. As I quoted myself on my Instagram. If you don't follow me over there. I post a lot of my pickups. We'll put that name up here on the channel. So this is my top 5 of 25, man, and it's the number 1 on the list. And I'm not saying number 1 as in my number 1 pickup. Could I give this my number 1 pickup? This, between this and the Undefeated, they would go neck and neck for my number 1 pickup of 25. But that's pretty much it, man. This video's going long. I don't want to keep you long. My first video of the year of 26, man. Thank you guys for supporting the channel through the years that you've been here. Thanks to all the new people that's been rocking with me. And like I always say, rock what you like, not what others like. We got a whole lot more coming to the channel. We will continue everything that we normally do, considering we're going to do more vlogs. We're going to do more on foots. And we really going to get back into these trial hauls for these big guys like myself, man, because I've been seeing a lot of guys on here slacking. And I'm seeing the new wave of what they're putting on. You can't just be putting on anything. And I feel like I'm one of the fathers of this, man. And I may not got the backing like I should, but I have the backing with what I know. So y'all be good. Y'all be great. I'm out, man.